Skylines, Khahid, episode 2. Let's just get right into it. Alright, so, as you may have noticed by now, this is episode 2. We're gonna start by placing down some roads, some fundamental networks to work around with. Then we're gonna place the metro station. There we go, you can see it. And lay down the first metro tracks. And after that, we're gonna start building the first commercial park. Let's just say the first, not commercial, the first office park, and a little bit of residential to the side of it, probably to accommodate the people working around there, or some, just some general residences. But yeah, that's pretty much for today. Here you can see me placing down the some, of course, temporary segments of the metro rails. And something a little weird about this whole process was the pillars, that I had to make them procedural objects and then get them a little bit bigger because they were much smaller. I'm changing the other node type to the node type on this thing over here, like the station. I'm just changing it to a nodeless type node because I didn't want that intersection, that cross with the rails to happen, because it's not like a terminal station, so we don't need that one over here. Even though some stations do have it, but I know nothing about trains whatsoever, so yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. Lucky for me, Dubai and therefore Khahid is not gonna feature any trains or just any central stations or everything. I'm the worst when it comes to trains in general. Even though I've heard on Reddit that they are the easiest means of transport, I've heard that they just follow roads. I'm just the worst at it. I know nothing about the platforms, the mechanical equipment that I have to place over the catenaries and the wires and everything. I've got no idea how to do that. So we're just gonna include a metro line here, which is pretty much even in real life it's automated. The Dubai metro is automated. It has no drivers. They call it a driverless train. So it doesn't even have wires. Everything is connected on the third rail, which is right in between of the two rails, the yellow one. And right now I'm building the parking area for the metro station. And after that, we're gonna start building we're just gonna start placing down the first buildings, and then we're gonna start detailing with a few decals here and there, a few trees, and some pathways to lead people from one building to another. We're gonna have 3 different buildings of the same appearance on the main office park, and then we're gonna add some other offices on the general vicinity around the office park. Right here, some really nice trees with planters in them. Always adds that little character to the city. There we go. You can see me now placing down the first building. It's a pretty tall one. I'm pretty sure it's more than 150 meters. So that's the first office here. It's not going to be the one on the main office park, on the main office complex. I should stop calling it the park. It's an office complex, I think, or a cluster. I don't know. Let's bear in mind that I have no road connections with the highway as of yet, so we're not gonna have any cars running around, and that's not gonna happen until episode 5 or 6, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really care about road traffic. I'm tackling this one probably 2 to 3 episodes from now on, and it's gonna look pretty dope when you see a connected highway with cars running through it. But anyway, here we're gonna start doing the roundabout. Let's just I need to remind you that this one is the second episode of Khahid, and it's the second episode that doesn't look good, in my opinion. I just wanted to get this out of the way so we can skip right into the good part, which is gonna be the mall. At least what I think is gonna be the mall, but I'm thinking right now of changing it to a cultural center. That's because the size of it and the shape does not match that one of the mall in general. And we're gonna build the Khahid mall like in a later episode. We're not gonna. You'll just see it. Let's stop spoiling. Here we're gonna add the first tiles over here. Of course, I skipped the process of me, just cutting them down so that they can fit the road with procedural objects. That's the most tedious thing that I could ever do. I hate it, but it's substantial for just, everything looking good. Because Dubai is full of red bricks on the curbs and the sidewalks. Unfortunately, I cannot feature that here. I'm sorry. It's impossible. What else? Here you can see me placing down the first plants. Pretty nice flowers, garden bushes, and everything. There's one plant in particular that's called garden green. I'm just using it like in every single corner from now on. You're gonna find out yourselves that you're gonna get bored watching that thing. That garden bush. Or leafy garden, I think. Leafy garden, yeah. Here you can see me placing down the doors. We're gonna add some awnings afterwards and get them to look better than they already do. Here's the underground parking for this office cluster. I had some trouble, just making it, not steep with the slope and everything, but eventually I got to it. There we go. I'm just gonna extend the road to the right a little bit, and then and then I'm gonna stretch it out as much as I can so I can have like this normal slope that would match real life. Now we're laying down some boundaries between the office complex and the apartments, which are gonna be right next to this big building over here. Excuse me. But yeah, lots of plants. I could add some ditches and some waterways, but I didn't think of that at that time, because bear in mind that this is really old. That footage is about 2 months old right now, if not 1, if not 2, I think. And right here, these are the pathways that I was talking about earlier. We're gonna have lots of them in this build. And here we're gonna add some hedges over there, like on the sides of the pathways. I was just, I just died looking for the word. The pathways look a little bit small. I think, like the ones on the buildings that face each other, not the one in the middle, the ones to the sides. Yeah, that thing over there, it's pretty small, I think, and that's somewhat unrealistic, but it's already pre-recorded, so I might get back to it and fix it. The one thing that I'm gonna get back to and fix for sure is the highway, the 5-way interchange. It looks terrible. We're gonna get back to it, build some underpasses, some nice walls with a new technique that I found to put mosaic paintings, I should say, mosaic art, or whatever, to put mosaics. I don't think mosaics is a word, but I'm gonna put mosaic art onto the walls. I just found a really nice way, by, most people probably guessed it, as the PO texture thing, where you apply a texture to a surface of PO. It's a pretty good technique. It helps, customize the colors of your ground, your walls and everything, even your ceilings on your city. It's pretty convenient. It helps a lot. Here, that's the first building of the 2 residence complexes. Yeah, clusters. I'm gonna say, and here I'm gonna place down some parking. I didn't know how to make custom parking lots back then, so I just failed miserably to make like an off ramp. That thing that you're seeing right now. By the way, that little annoying I had a stroke. That little annoying thing that like the game does when I lay down any road that's not, you know, that Network Skins is not used to laying down. It just changes the color to the base color, because you know Dubai has like pretty dark painted colors on the roads, and it's just a pain in the butt when you trying to lay down roads when you quickly and do it efficiently, and then you have to go back and then paint them all back again using Network Skins too. It's just a really tedious procedure that I'm really not a fan of, but well, what can we do? I'm also having second thoughts about the tallest building in the city. The Super Tower will definitely be placed. I love it. But I found a really cool building by Drossovilla. I think that's the name. I'm butchering names with the workshop creators, that's for sure. And I'm sorry about it. I feel ashamed for it, but anyway, I'm just having second thoughts about the tallest building being 615 meters tall when I can have like one that's 840. But we'll see. I cannot promise anything, but we'll find out ourselves when we get to it. We'll burn the cat when we get to it. That's a nice little saying. And don't worry about that pool over there. It's gonna be deleted. There we go. And then I'm gonna add like another side door that's gonna connect the apartment building to the other one to the left. And there we go. These are the leafy garden props, the bushes that I absolutely love. Alright, now I'm gonna build like a really nice cozy little front yard, I should say. There's no way to enter it because of the fence, because of the hedge fence. You can just have to, enter the main building and then go from behind and get to the building. I just added a few windows because it was really plain on the, in the front side. Here I'm adding some decals. That looks pretty nice. And some curbs, some actually planters, but they were named after curve. Oh my god, the microphone just died. And then make some final touches with the trees and everything. Moving the offices actually helped a lot, so I can make some, let's just say, fill less space with more trees, if that makes sense. Hope it does. And after that, we're gonna add lots of tiles to it. Alright, now we're gonna add like a turning lane, a turning road. Oh yeah, before that, we're gonna add the pathways to the metro station. And these are some like phenomenal assets that I absolutely love. I can't remember when they came out. It's probably like a year. These assets are like a year old right now, but when they came out, I was like, oh my god, I have to build like in a Dubai style city. I really have to, just to include these. But that's not the case when you want to build something. You shouldn't have like a small idea and build like a whole thing around it just to, utilize that idea. Right here I have a bigger vision, not just a metro station. Mostly the airport, but anyway. Here I do the node list thing again with the node controller mod. I cannot even get over the fact that it's not the renewal mod. This was recorded in September, like late September, and I didn't even have the node controller renewal or even network multi-tool. I didn't know how to use it. It's just mind-blowing to me how I would pull things off without it. Well, I could. Experience does it all, but network multi-tool and the node controller renewal, they help a lot by just they make things easier and faster. You don't have to worry about just bending roads and curving lanes and everything. It just all does it normally. Alright, now laying down the some really nice tiles. I'm gonna change them, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna change them, but anyway, not really sure what I did here. We're gonna see, because I recorded this a while ago. I edited this like about a week ago. Now I'm doing the commentary. Oh, by the way, sorry guys, but no live play for today. I'm really sorry but I got a lot of things going on. The university is about to start in a few days, and I really have to, take some time off of the computer, do some things in real life, and then we'll get back to it. Here I'm gonna make some modern-looking planters, which look pretty cool. I gotta confess. Yeah, about this brush, by the way. Okay, it's okay at first, so you just know where you're placing stuff, but after a point where you're, just covering it all up with like a tile or a pavement decal and everything, you just gotta delete this. I mean, that's what I had to do, but I didn't. Alright, there we go. Now, like a little technique that I would suggest to a lot of people that make modern looking stuff. Get the mod that makes your trees and vehicles to props. Well, I don't really care about the vehicles, but the trees is the fundamental part over here, because you really need some elevated trees. You need a way to get your trees elevated. Well, to every single height you can have. Like, your planters are not gonna be just the main square things that you would find over in Europe. This is Dubai. This is like a futuristic city. It's a modern city. It's not about Dubai. It's just like it's a city that it's really contemporary and let's just say futuristic, really modern, and you're never gonna find rectangular planters and everything. So you need tree. You're probably gonna find different levels of grass, so you can have different levels of surfaces to put flowers on. So you're definitely gonna need the raisable trees. That's what the mod is doing. Without this mod, I would never be able to make anything. Like in the later episode, actually in 2 later episodes, I'm building the Address Boulevard, the real one in Dubai, and I'm building the plaza, which is a custom-made plaza on the next episode. Damn, another spoiler. Anyway, I'm just placing down trees on the rooftop of the plaza, which is about 8 meters above the road, and without tree snapping or that mod that I can't remember the name of, it's impossible to do. But tree snapping is really unstable. It's just, it can get all of your trees floating, even when they're not, even when they're on terrain height. So I just want to clear my, have my conscience clear, and use some trees, use as many trees as I want, while at the same time being able to raise them above the ground, because like the unlimited trees mod is incompatible with tree snapping, and tree snapping is unstable alone, let alone the incompatibility issues with the with the unlimited trees mod. But anyway, moving on from here, you're gonna see the devastating process of cutting the decals and cutting. That's how I call it, cutting. But anyway, so what else to talk about? These bushes look really nice. I really like them. And this whole patch of grass right next to these bushes over here is gonna be full of it's gonna be, let's just say, grass rich. We're gonna have some lawn tufts and some meadow grasses, while at the same time preserving the beauty of hedges. I'm just gonna, add a lot of hedges to the whole thing, to the whole patch of land right next to the office complex. One other thing that I want to talk about is the trees that I was talking about earlier with the snapping tool. Not the snapping tool, the move it tool. You just raise them up, but as you raise them up, they're not gonna be, they're gonna appear the same because um, they're not rotating around. Well, when placing down a tree as a prop, with using the mod that I mentioned, they do not change the rotation, the direction. They just look the same. It's just having two clones of a tree, just like right next to each other, and that doesn't look realistic. So what you do is select all the props using Move It, and then use again the Move It tool to rotate them at base or randomly, and then they're gonna look much more natural and have like a more realistic look. All right, here we're gonna tackle the intersection marking tool thing. I'm just gonna make one lane like this, a lane smaller, and then I'm gonna disable parking lots off camera. The parking lots. I'm gonna disable parking off camera. There we go. We're gonna add some decals over here. The metro area on this whole block over here. It's pretty common in Dubai to find a place where you're gonna have tiles and decals, and it's gonna be full of cobbles and bricks on the pavement, and then right next to it on another side, on another square, city square, it's gonna be full of sand and nothing in it. Yeah, because Dubai is beautiful, it's really well made, but it's not ready yet. Dubai is a city that's being made right now, and we gotta remind ourselves that once in a while, every now and then. Here, I just raised the ground a little bit and then added those leafy green bushes that look insane, and then lots of spruce trees, Italian cypresses, and everything. Here I'm gonna do what I would normally do with an office block, adding a parking lot. Believe it or not, parking lots are actually really common in Dubai. People actually took a lot of time to, get parking in Dubai really, really accessible to everyone, and even paid parking lots, which are not a problem for Emirati citizens. Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna add the basic trees and with the planters below them, both the planters and the trees above them. And for a brief second, you could see a super tree. A super tree is not really gonna go into detail mode and explain it, but if you search it up, it's those huge little things that are actually in the gardens in Singapore in Marina Bay Sands, like right next to it. Super trees are a pretty nice energy resource for for, let's just say it's a nice solar panel. It's full of solar panels on its branches, and it looks really good at night. The other lighting is it's equipped with LEDs and everything. We're definitely gonna add that to an artificial island, probably, or like a garden right around the downtown area, or the marina area, or maybe even the airport. Alright, now we're reaching the cinematic part, and before I go, I need to remind you that we included some night shots for you guys to see how the city looks at night. So yeah, that's all for me, folks. I'll see you in the next episode, and thanks for watching. Yeah.